So global markets are rallying. India market was down for last month or so, has started picking up last week little bit. Whether that rally will continue or not, what the Fed will do, what are the activities which are happening globally, what are the levels for Nifty, Bank Nifty, which stocks are bullish, which stocks are bearish. So all that we'll discuss today. So just let us take a look at some of the events which have happened in last few weeks. So let us start with the latest one. So in India, we saw that the BJP-led alliance is having a very good victory in the Maharashtra polls. Quite a what do you call strong victory, and they are having a proper majority, and a stable government is expected in Maharashtra. Now, as we know, Maharashtra is the financial capital of India. Mumbai is the financial capital of India, and Maharashtra is the most important state from the economy point of view. So having a stable government in a state like Maharashtra is very important, and a lot of major projects are there which would have got impacted otherwise. So sentimentally, it is very bullish for the market, and it's quite possible that we'll see a good rally in the market tomorrow, that is on Monday, 25th November. Okay, so something bullish for the markets has happened in this win. Then Donald Trump, of course, it's a old news, but still it is relevant. Trump got elected as as the president in US. Again, it was expected to be a tough fight, but then he had a comfortable win. Just like in Maharashtra, it happened that it was expected to be a tough fight, but he got comfortably. The BJP got the majority comfortably. So Trump winning is again having impact on the market, on the US market, on the India market. Then the Russia-Ukraine war. I mean, it looked like it will settle down, but then it's not going to happen anytime soon. Israel issue is still going on. Their attacks are continuously going on. FII, buying and selling in India. Now we know that in October there was a lot of selling by FIIs. In November also there has been a lot of selling by FIIs. So that is again having an impact on the market. And then last but not the least, Mr. Gautam Adani, some charges have been levied upon him in US, some bribery charges, etc. And that is having a very negative impact on the Adani Group stocks. So all these events I'm highlighting because each event is having impact on the Indian market in some or other way. Okay, some are connected, some are not connected. But then, I mean, you might feel that, sir, क्या आप दिखा रहे हो कि news channel है क्या? So it's not a news channel. But then all these are important events, and we have to basically analyze how they are going to impact Indian market and which stocks in the Indian market will be impacted by these events, right? So we have to look at this definitely. So what we need to analyze, or what we will analyze, definitely we'll look at the Nifty, Bank Nifty levels. We'll also look at SPX, Standard and Poor US, Nasdaq, then DXY, which is the dollar index, bond yield, US का जो rate of interest का जो indicator होता है, that is called as bond yield. So we'll look at that. Then WTI, which is crude oil, gold, past and upcoming events. Then momentum stocks, which stocks are bullish, which stocks are bearish. We'll look at that, and then of course I'll take some question and answers. Okay, so that's what we are more or less going to discuss today. So before we move, some of you know me, those of you who do not know me, my name is Ritin Chaudhary, and I run this firm RGS Consulting. It's a wealth management firm, and we are having services across stock market, private equity, cryptocurrency. By qualification, I am BA and MBA. I worked in the IT industry for 15 years before starting this business in 2017. So that's a quick background about myself. So let's move to our topics. So Nifty last week close was 23,900, and Bank Nifty last week close was 51,135. Now let us look at what are the shorter time frame support and resistance. What is the higher time frame support and resistance, and overall broader range of both Nifty and Bank Nifty. So here we'll move to the charts. Okay. So let us look at shorter time frame. So on the shorter time frame, as you can see, Nifty is looking a little bit bullish now. Okay. So what is the resistance and what is the support that we can expect? So on 30 minutes, it's already close to resistance. Okay, and that's the reason the rally stopped at this particular level. And in fact, the last 30 minutes were red on Nifty. Okay. On the higher time frame, let's go a little bit higher. So if the rally continues on Monday, and it is quite likely that it will continue, so we can look at levels of around 24,200 and even little slightly higher. So 24,200 to 24,500 is quite likely by next week expiry. Okay. Having said that, my analysis still says that we will see around 23,000 or below 23,000 levels by December. So if Nifty goes towards 24,500, we should look at definitely doing some profit booking in the stock positions. So that's what something that I will strongly suggest. On the support side, let us look at where the support lies. So we can expect support around 24,700, 23,700. Currently it is, let's say, 23,900. So around 23,700 and maybe on the downside 23,500. So 23,500, 23,700, these are the support areas for Nifty, and they should hold at least for the next weeks. I don't think next week 23,500 will break. 23,500 to 23,700 will act as a support area. And as I showed you, 23,200, 23,250, 24,250 to 24,500, this is the resistance level. So around 24,500, profit booking should be definitely done on Nifty side. Let us look at Bank Nifty. Similarly, for Bank Nifty, the support lies around 50,700. If you go on a slightly higher time frame, it's still showing us 50,700 and maybe around 50,000. It's possible it can go. On the resistance side, we are close to the resistance. 51,350 is a strong resistance zone for Bank Nifty. On the 4-hour time frame, it has already reached the resistance, and that's the reason, as I said, on the Nifty also, the last 30 minutes candle was red for Nifty as well as Bank Nifty. So it is always important to look at the support and resistance on the higher time frames on multiple time frames. You have to look at on 5 minutes, 15 minutes, and maybe on 4 hours also. So if the rally continues, maybe we can expect a move towards 52,000 also. It is possible. Okay. So net, I have summarized the levels for Nifty and Bank Nifty here. So Nifty shorter time frame resistance is support 23,700 and the resistance is around 24,000. For higher time frame, the support is 23,500 and resistance is 24,500. So around 1,000 points range for Nifty. I mean, this range is for, this is the range for next week expiry. Okay, so keep that in mind. It's not that this is for a very long time. So around 1,000 points range we can expect before the next week expiry is monthly expiry also, by the way. On Bank Nifty, the support is around 50,750. The next support is 50,000. And in terms of resistance, 51,500, 51,900. These are the resistance levels as I showed you on the chart, and around 2,000 points overall range is there for Bank Nifty. So these are the levels for Nifty and Bank Nifty which we need to track. It will be ideal to keep a bullish bias currently because of the strong rally that we saw last week, and then obviously because of this Maharashtra election win by the BJP and the NDA alliance. So market will remain bullish at least till Tuesday. Maybe after Tuesday, wait for some reversal and you might look at taking some short positions. So any query here, you can put it in the chat box. I'll just pause for a moment. Anybody, any query? There is a question about Sensex. So see, Sensex, Nifty, more or less they will have the same trajectory. I mean, अगर निफ्टी ऊपर जा रहा है तो सेंसेक्स ऊपर जाएगा, निफ्टी नीचे जा रहा है, सेंसेक्स भी नीचे जाएगा. So we don't have to separately analyze Nifty and Sensex. Okay. Typically, there is bigger volume and bigger following for Nifty 50. So it's better to focus on Nifty 50 as we normally do. Let's move on. Okay, let's look at the global situation. What is happening on the global indices or the global markets? So Standard and Poor, Nasdaq, DXY. As I always tell you that these are also having an important bearing or impact on the Indian markets. Okay. So let us look at S&P. What is happening in S&P? Trump win. Trump got elected as a president with a good majority. So that is having a very strong impact on the US market. And after the Trump inauguration, you can see here from 2nd November, after the Trump election got declared, US market has continuously rallied. The reason for that is that Trump is believed to be a very US centric and he tries to basically help the US businesses. Okay, so it is net positive for the US market, and that is the reason the US market is going high. And in fact, it is one of the reasons that FII were selling their positions in Indian market or emerging markets and taking money back to the US market. And that was the reason that Indian market was going down last few weeks. So it is quite possible that the US market will go slightly higher. Okay, so sentimentally it is good for the overall stock market, but then it can put pressure on the Indian market. Why it is putting pressure on the Indian market? Let us look at DXY, the dollar index. Now, if you can see here, the dollar index, again, as Trump got elected, just like SPX, the dollar index also is having a strong rally. Now, if dollar index goes high, our Indian rupee gets depreciated. Now, if Indian rupee is getting depreciated, it puts pressure on the Indian economy, because of which again our stock market is getting a hammering. तो इंडिया का जो स्टॉक मार्केट गिर रहा है उसके अलग अलग रीजंस है. वन ऑफ द रीजंस इज और वन ऑफ द इम्पोर्टेंट रीजन इज डॉलर इंडेक्स गोइंग हायर. रूपी का डिवेल्यूएशन हो रहा है, रूपी का वैल्यू कम हो रहा है, रूपी का वैल्यू कम हो रहा है, उसकी वजह से स्टॉक्स आर अंडर प्रेशर. लेट अस लुक एट गोल्ड. Gold on 1 day time frame. Now you can see here how the different events are correlated. जैसे ट्रम्प का यहाँ पे इलेक्शन हुआ, gold started falling and major follows there in the gold. Now the reason for this is again, it is believed that Trump will be able to stop the Russia-Ukraine war or he will be able to stop the conflict in Israel also. अगर ये conflict stop होते हैं, war situation अगर ये reduce होता है, तो डेफिनेटली गोल्ड का डिमांड कम हो जाएगा, उसकी वजह से गोल्ड में शार्प फॉल आया. ओके, बट देन मार्केट रियलाइज दैट इट इज नॉट सो इजी. गोल्ड फिर से बढ़ना चालू हो गया बिकॉज ऑफ टेंशन अभी भी चालू है. इसराइल के, रशिया या यूक्रेन के जो टेंशन है दोज आर स्टिल देयर एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट गोल्ड हैज रिकवर्ड. ओके, तो ये सब जो जियोपॉलिटिकल इवेंट्स है इसका आपको रिफ्लेक्शन चार्ट्स के ऊपर दिखता है. The fact that gold is rallying, it means that the conflicts are very much going on, and you cannot assume that the conflicts are over. Okay. Then look at bond yield. Same thing has happened here. Bond yield is basically, it shows you the direction of US Treasury. Okay. So how much money people are able to make in the US government bonds. So that is something bond yield, that is something indicated by the bond yield, and bond yield is doing good, just as dollar has been doing good. तो जब तक ये डॉलर में मेजर फॉल नहीं आता है, अभी आप यहाँ पे देख सकते हो कि फ्राइडे वाज नॉट एग्जैक्टली अ वेरी बुलिश डे फॉर डॉलर. ओके, तो दैट वाज आल्सो हैविंग एन इम्पैक्ट ऑन द इंडियन मार्केट. डॉलर थोड़ा प्रेशर में था फ्राइडे को एंड दैट हेल्प द रैली इन द इंडियन मार्केट. अगर ये डॉलर फिर से थोड़ा रेड में अगर ज्यादा है मंडे को, तो दैट विल हेल्प द रैली इन द इंडियन मार्केट. बट हैविंग सेड दैट, अदानी ग्रुप का जो इशू चल रहा है, that will continue to put the Indian market in pressure. Okay. So net US market is bullish, dollar is bullish, gold is also bullish. So all these things are at a micro level somewhat negative for the Indian market. So that's about the global indices. Okay, hope this put the things in perspective. So this is the reason why I said that Indian market will continue to remain under pressure, and it is possible that we will see below 23,000 or 22,500 levels in Nifty. और अगर मार्केट में रिलीफ रैली आ रहा है, if it is going towards 24,500, तो प्रॉफिट बुकिंग करना चाहिए. So we'll look at some stocks. We'll look at the stocks which are having bullish build-up, long build-up, and we'll also look at stocks which are having a bearish build-up or short build-up. Okay. So before that, a quick sharing of our services. So RGS Consulting, as I told you, is a wealth management firm, and we are offering various services. One of our services is PMS or portfolio management service, wherein we handle the client accounts, demat accounts. Okay, then we have consulting services. We offer consulting services on a quarterly basis, wherein we help you manage and build a profitable portfolio. And there are fixed return or fund management services. In fixed return fund management services, you are given a quarterly 6% or annual 30% return. So just make a note of it. In case any one of you is interested, you can get in touch with me for the details. So let's move on for the further details. So let's look at which are stocks which are having a long build-up. Okay, and this list we have derived on the basis of data. Now, data shows you the open interest, how much volume is there in a particular stock, what is the open interest in buying, what is the open interest in selling, and based upon that, we can derive the stocks which are bullish. Now, here we use the Opstra tool. As you know, Opstra is having various information, and we can derive a lot of data related information, data-based information. So if you go to Opstra and look for long build-up, and that also on short term and medium term outlook, and a short term may be bullish है, medium term may be bullish है. So these are the stocks which are there, which are bullish currently. तो ये stocks में आप fresh position भी ले सकते हो for maybe a profit target of 5%, 10%. But don't go blindly by this data. ये indication है. ये list हमको एक indication देता है कि these are the stocks which are good to consider. यहाँ पे आपको इसका technical analysis करना चाहिए. Once this list is identified, आपको इसका टेक्निकल एनालिसिस करना चाहिए, एंड आफ्टर द टेक्निकल एनालिसिस मे बी आउट ऑफ दिस 10-12 स्टॉक्स you can freeze 4-5 stocks and go for those stocks. Okay, any query here, any question here, everybody with me? So these are the stocks which are having F&O positions. Okay, stocks which are not under in F&O, they are not included in this particular list. So there will be some other stocks which are bullish, but then they are not in the F&O list, so they will not be presented here. Let us look at stocks which are having short build-up. Now, as the market has turned bullish, obviously the data-driven list of stocks which are bearish is small compared to the bullish stocks. So there are more bullish stocks compared to the bearish stocks. So let us look at the bearish stocks. So go for significant short build-up. So let us look at the stocks which are bearish on the medium-term outlook. So this is the list of the stocks: Bajaj Finserv, Idea, IGL, IndusInd Bank, Manappuram, MGL, PI Industries, SBI Life. So these are some of the stocks which are bearish. तो ये stocks जो है ये लॉन्ग टर्म पे या मीडियम टर्म पे बेरिश है. इसमें अगर थोड़ा बहुत रैली आता है तो आपको प्रॉफिट बुकिंग करना है, और you can even take short positions if there is little bit rally in these particular stocks. Okay, so this is how we can identify bullish stocks and bearish stocks using data. So some guidelines while buying the stocks. Whenever you are buying the stocks, don't buy in one go. Always buy in a 1:2 ratio. इसका सिंपल एग्जांपल ऐसा है कि अगर आप कोई स्टॉक अगर 100 रुपीज़ पे बाय कर रहे हो, लेट्स से फॉर एग्जांपल, एंड आपके पास में बजट है 50 रुपीज़ का, तो आप पूरे के पूरे 50 रुपीज वहाँ पे स्पेंड मत करो. मे बी यूज 15 rupees, 20 rupees. Let's say you use 15 rupees at the price of 100 rupees, which is your initial buy one level. And let's say the price goes to 80 rupees. तो 80 रुपीज का जब प्राइस आता है, तब आपका बजट का इनिशियली आपने 15 रुपये खर्चा किया था, तो एट द प्राइस ऑफ 80 रुपीज यू कैन स्पेंड 30 रुपीज. अगर आपके पास में लेट से इनिशियली 1000 रुपीज है, आउट ऑफ द 1000 रुपीज 300 रुपीज आप 100 रुपीज के लेवल पे स्पेंड करो, 600 रुपीज आप 80 के लेवल पे स्पेंड करो. सो दैट इज व्हाट वी मीन बाय 1:2 रेशियो. पोजीशन साइज कोई भी स्टॉक में आप मोर देन 15% एक्सपोजर मत लो. फ्रॉम द डाइवर्सिफिकेशन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू इट इज ऑलवेज इंपॉर्टेंट दैट यू लिमिट योर एक्सपोजर टू अ पर्टिकुलर स्टॉक. कोई भी स्टॉक कितना भी अच्छा लगे, आपको इसमें बहुत ज़्यादा ओवर एक्सपोजर नहीं लेना चाहिए. सो दैट इज व्हाट वी मीन बाय डाइवर्सिफिकेशन एंड पोजीशन साइज. Book profit at T1 and T2. Always keep target 1 and target 2 for any entry. Follow stop loss. And again, I'm mentioning 10 to 15% should be your overall exposure to a particular stock. आपके पोर्टफोलियो में जो नंबर ऑफ स्टॉक्स है वो 10 to 15 होने चाहिए. 10 to 15 से ज़्यादा स्टॉक्स लेना, it will be difficult to manage, and you will not be able to do proper justice to your portfolio. So hope everybody is clear with this. Some of the trades that we shared on RGS Alpha recently, you might be aware. I had shared that buy these stocks: Fortis Health, Indian Hotel, JSW Energy, Oracle Finance, NIT Tech, Macrotech Developers. So you can see the buy levels here. For example, Fortis was bought at 640. Currently, the price is 685. Indian Hotel was bought at 736. Currently, the price is around 800. So most of these stocks are in good profit. So easy 10%, 50 or 15% profit. These trades were shared in RGS Alpha. If you are following them, you can just make the money. Similarly, our options trade are also there. They're in profit. So I shared this Nifty call spread on November 6th, and we were able to book like around 900 profit per lot. Similarly, this another trade was shared on 14th of November. Both these trades were short trades as the market was bearish. So we went with the trend and took short trades, and we were able to make profit in the both the trades. Okay. So we did buy of stocks as the market was down. At the same time, as the market was down and going down, we took some short trades in options, and we were able to make money in the short trades also. And all these trades were shared at the entry in the RGS Alpha Group. ऐसा नहीं है कि ये प्रॉफिट होने के बाद में आपको दिखा रहे हैं, ये एंट्री लेवल भी आपको शेयर किया गया था फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट. So this is the QR code for RGS Alpha Group. If you are already part of RGS Alpha, fine. Otherwise आप इसको ज्वाइन कर सकते हो, आपके फ्रेंड्स के साथ में शेयर करो, and you can definitely get a good benefit from this particular group. As I already shared, these are some of the recent profitable trades which have been shared on RGS Alpha. So that's it from my side. Any questions are there I can take, or we can wrap up this session. Any queries? So there is a query on sector. Which sector should we prefer at the current market level or in the current market scenario? I think infrastructure sector is doing good, and it will be good to focus on that. Similarly, IT will also continue to do good, especially if the US businesses are doing good. So IT stocks का भी performance अच्छा रहेगा. So it will be good to focus on the IT stocks also. So IT stocks, infrastructure stocks, and then banking तो हमेशा evergreen रहता है, but banking काफी volatile है. So you have to be selective. Go for good stocks like Federal Bank or ICICI Bank. Infosys is a good buy at the current level. Yeah, Infosys you can buy at the current levels. It's slightly still on the higher side, but with a time frame of 6 months to 1 year, it's okay to buy. So in the IT pack, in the large cap, Infosys and TCS are good from the overall long-term point of view. And also HCL. Okay, Wipro, somewhere I feel that it always disappoints. So Wipro is not a great thing to buy. Infosys, TCS, HCL take the large cap stocks. Then on the small cap stocks, you can look at KPIT, Persistent, Coforge. Okay, these are Coforge is doing very well. Take a position in Coforge. I had already shared it on the group also. So that's it from my side, friends. Thank you for joining. Please make a note of my coordinates. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Share this video with your friends and contacts. Okay.